Well, Ty, there's an old cliche in sports about how it's next to impossible to beat the same team 3 times in the same year, but here we are, and your East Fairmont Bees were able to do just that. You defeated North Marion. This one in the sectionals. You guys have eliminated the Huskies. You move on to play Fairmont Senior next. Maybe just talk a little bit about what went into getting the win here tonight.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I thought we played, together. I thought we executed pretty well. I thought we, did the little things that we needed to do to be successful. North is a good basketball team. They improved. That's the best North Marion team that we've played probably in the last 4 years. And, I'm proud of our guys, very proud of our guys, because nobody wanted to be it tonight and be the focal point. Everybody just wanted to be part of it. And when we're playing like that and being a part of it, instead of trying to be it, we're a pretty good basketball team. And, I think that our seniors stepped up. I thought our play off the bench, Ronnie Mills steps in and gets 3 charges. That's big. We rebounded the ball fairly effectively against them, and again, shot the ball fairly well.
Now, how about Joseph Castellanova coming back? Hadn't played in what seemed like weeks. Actually, had been a couple weeks. Seemed like maybe the shot was a little bit rusty, but get him on the foul line, and he was pretty clutch, especially there in the fourth quarter. I had him down 11, 12 foul shots made late in the game there.
Yeah, and again, that's one of those things that, if you know how Cass thinks and how he ticks a little bit, it was very, very important for him just to come back and be part of what we were doing, and not try to be, a big focal point to where everybody was converging on him. And I thought he did a very good job of getting into what we needed him to do. And like you said, he got to the foul line, he hit some free throws. The shot, at times was a little off, but I'm very proud of Joseph of how he came back and played.
Now, you mentioned rebounding a minute ago. It seemed like earlier in the game, first half especially, North was pretty much cleaning up the glass, especially they were getting a lot of second chances. They weren't necessarily putting them all back, but they were getting a lot of offensive rebounds and even a good bit there on the defensive end. But it looked like you guys did a little something to maybe get your say on the glass in the second half.
Well, I think we boxed out a little bit better. We concentrated a little bit better on the rebounding end, tried to cut off some of the dribble penetration that they were getting to the basket. When they get into the lane, they're hard to guard. Because they got a little bit of size inside, they can get easy buckets by dumping the ball in. But I thought we made a few little adjustments, did a few things differently, and I'm pretty pleased with the way we played in the defensive end.
Well, Chris, that's a tough pill to swallow, I'm sure. Season ends here at East Fairmont. 3rd time you guys have lost to the Bees this year. In all, it was a good year for North basketball. Coach Asterino made the comment this is the best North team he's seen in probably 4 years, but I'm sure that doesn't make it any less hard to deal with right now. How's the locker room following that loss?
Well, it's silent. Not a lot of talking going on in there. Just went through and thanked our seniors for the dedication they had. Like I said, I've had those kids since, like I said, they were in 8th grade coming up through our program, and I told them they set a mark. Since the early 2000s, that's the highest win we've had for a while. So now they've set the mark, and they've set the expectations for the program and for our younger kids of where we like to be and where we like to get to, and as a program. So they don't have anything to be ashamed of. I thought that they played hard tonight. They gave everything they had. Unfortunately, I don't know what we shot from the field, but it wasn't good. You can't score 44 points and win too many ball games. I thought we closed the gap a couple times to 2 or 3 points, 4 or 5, but just couldn't get closer. So we told them we had to try to keep an even kill with them. We got down 10, all 3 games we got down 10 early, and we tried to fight back. And each game we got back to within 3 or 4, maybe even 1, or maybe even got the lead. I think here we got the lead, back. But even when you get down that much, it takes a lot of energy to come back against a good basketball team. And, and that's just, we were out of gas and just didn't have enough to finish this game tonight.
I know Cody Opern had a strong night on the boards, especially early. I wasn't keeping rebounds, but I know it seemed like when you guys were in the middle of making those comebacks and keeping the game close, it seemed like he was playing a big part in cleaning up the glass and getting the ball out to your distributors, even getting a lot of offensive rebounds. I know they weren't necessarily putting them back, but look at we've had that conversation before too. A lot of offensive rebounds, but then it seemed like foul trouble sort of kicked in with your guys, and East started rebounding the ball a little better about the same time. maybe coincidence, maybe not there. But I mean, talk a little bit about Cody tonight.
Well, he's a big body. He's an athletic kid. We started him against Lewis. Had a good night against them. We feel like he's going to be a heck of a player for us in the future. There's no doubt about that. I think maybe being a sophomore, first sectional game, a little nervous. He had a bunch of chippies he didn't put back in. I think because, like he said, not nervous, he was nervous. He didn't know where he was around the basket and didn't finish. I think once he settled in, he did a lot better. But by then, the kind of the damage was done. I thought, he rebounded the ball well, and he's a big boy. He's going to be able to definitely clear the boards for us in the future. But defensively good, but offensively, you get them rebounds. It don't do us no good if we can't put them back up in and score.
Yeah.